Well, 4 degrees in Calgary at 6:54. You're trying to catch that bus, you missed it. Happy Friday, by the way.
That bus is flying.
Thanks for turning on breakfast television on City.
Time to check in with our Mike Yawney, who has a gadget that could make Thanksgiving go a little bit more smoothly. Mike?
Yeah, that's right, you guys. You know, cameraman Nick and I, when we were at CES in Las Vegas earlier this year, we saw this oven, and it sounded too good to be true. So it's come to Canada, and I once tested it out. The idea is, can a smart oven actually help you become a better cook? So I want to test out Decor's Discovery IQ. Take a look. It's a wall oven with features you never even knew you wanted. Multiple interior lights, racks that glide on rollers, and a beautiful user interface that doubles as a tablet. Decor is known for its high-end appliances, and the Discovery IQ wall oven is unlike any convection oven you've seen before. Big part of it has to do with the 7-inch display that helps you navigate through the various cooking modes, and there are plenty. Don't know the difference between pure convection and surround bake? The oven explains it all, complete with graphics through the fancy interface. In fact, if you're not a good cook, the Discovery IQ will guide you. Select the type of meat, choose how you want it done, and the oven does the rest. It even works for casseroles, desserts, and baked items. Since the display is actually an Android tablet, you get more features. You can surf the web for recipes, check your email, watch a movie, or a cooking video as you prepare your food.
One of the most important parts to make sure you take them out of the fridge 20 minutes before you actually start cooking them.
But here's a feature that many of you who are busy and constantly on the go will probably like the most. Let's say I'm leaving work. I'm running late. The kids are at home, they're hungry. I could stop at the store, grab something like frozen pizza, and then I can use my smartphone to preheat the oven so it's ready when I walk through the door. You can control most of the oven's features from your Android or iOS device, such as change the temperature, monitor and set timers. In fact, your oven will even text you when your meal is ready. Unfortunately, the phone connectivity feature is only available in the US right now. Decor promises it will come to Canada shortly. And while the oven cooks and bakes at 25 to 30% faster than most wall ovens, there is an interesting downside. Since the oven is so well insulated, it holds heat in for a long time. The fan continues to run long after you turn it off, and that can get annoying. The Discovery IQ really is an amazing oven. Unfortunately, with a price tag of more than $4,000, not many people get the chance to experience it. Do you really need all the bells and whistles? No, you don't. But they do come in handy, especially the phone connectivity. It's just too bad all the features aren't available in Canada just yet. It absolutely, Ted Jill, it kills me that the phone feature is not there yet. It should be connecting, and it won't do it yet in Canada. Decor says it's coming soon, but that's the feature that a lot of people are going to use. How many times have you been to the grocery store and want to preheat the oven? Like,
Totally.
It makes sense.
It totally does, Mike. It totally does. What was the biggest feature for you in that oven that you liked?
Okay, the guided cooking that I kind of briefly mentioned about. So it's supposed to help make cooking easy for those who don't really understand the whole cooking process. So, for example, I did a roasted chicken. I'm a pretty good cook, but I don't do a lot of poultry. So I put the probe in. It says, hey, you have a chicken. What do you want to do? Do you want to roast it? I said, yeah, I want to roast it. It tells you exactly what to do step by step. I put it in. I used something I've never used before. It's called pure convection sear. What it did was it actually cranked up the heat for the first 15 minutes. It browned the outside of the chicken,
nice.
And it kept all the juices inside, and then it cooked it for, it was only about a half hour. I took it out, and I will tell you, the best chicken I have ever had in my life. It was juicy, it was tender, it was amazing. So I can see for people who aren't familiar around the kitchen, something like this can help. If you've got the money.
And I'm looking right at Jill Belland right now.
It sounds like my kind of oven, Mike. If it's foolproof, sign me up. How are the cookies, by the way?
Those cookies and the croissants that I both baked in the story. Mwah. That's pretty awesome. I do want full disclosure here, though. Actually, when I initially installed the oven, there were a couple of issues. The software wasn't Canada ready, so I had to call the folks over at Rundle Appliance, and Chris over there took care of me through Decor. Awesome. I've never had better customer service than with Decor, so props to them because they helped out and got me up and running, no problem.
We just need to get that phone connectivity up and running. And
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, by the way, Chef Lapine here, we're going to be talking about throughout the morning, helping us make a perfect turkey. He said their $40,000 ovens here do pretty well as well.
I bet they do.
They know a thing or two.
Good stuff. Thank you, Mike. Mike's, of course, hanging out at the State Culinary Campus downtown.